I think we're on now. We're on. This is Lick for Your Week number 2. I hope you worked on last week's. If you didn't, this one's going to kick your butt because it is another tapping lick in the key of A minor. This is a big one though. So we got some harmonic minor in there. We got some 3-octave arpeggios. It's a lot of fun though. So you just work on it with some hard work, determination. I know you can do it. So let me play it for you here, and then we'll go through it. Get that one more time. Alright, so this one, see, is all over the neck, no picking in this, it's all tapping. One of the first things you have to think about when you do this, of course, is I should have just explained some of it last week, but I didn't. But you have to think about your left hand legato. The thing is, when you're doing left hand legato, if you've never really done a fast legato like this before, what you want to do is to just do some chromatic based exercises, and that will just be like on like the 5th, 6th, and 7th and 8th frets, like a high string or something like that. Go up and down, and develop the strength in your fingers to do that. This kind of stuff, anytime you do any kind of fast legato playing like this, you know, any kind of wiggly stuff like that, it's just all about being really efficient. So basically you have to play really lightly. Same thing goes with this hand. I should have said it last week, but I didn't. I apologize for that. When you're tapping, I use my middle finger for tapping. Excuse me. Some people like their index, is more Eddie Van Halen, but I find that, you know, picking like this, it's easy for me just to scoop my pick in. Look at the camera, there it is. Scoop my pick up in the crook of my index finger and use my middle finger. And so when you actually do the tapping, it's actually from the knuckle, which is interesting. So the wrist, and I think you can use the wrist to flick off. But for most tapping, it's the hammer-ons and whatnot, with that is that finger. And this one actually, I forgot, this one actually contains 2 fingers worth of tapping, so we'll get to that. This lick starts out with an A minor 9 arpeggio, 3 octaves, all tapped, and these are really a little more difficult than they actually are. The big thing is that once you get the coordination down between the hands to do this kind of stuff, you can just kind of whip this stuff out in scale shapes and things like that. And it looks really impressive, and it's not really all that hard because it's just all symmetrical shapes for the most part, you know. So we start out on the 5th fret of the bottom E string. I know I have the 8 string guitar, so but start on the 6th fret, or I'm sorry, the 5th fret of your 6th string, the bottom E. And you want to play 5, 7, and 8. That right there gives you the basis of your A minor 9, because you have an A, B, and a C. Now the thing is, usually in a 9th arpeggio, you would have your B would be up above like the 7th. It would be actually like a 9th, but just due to the way you're fingering this, it's down actually in the 1st octave. Then you'll tap the 12th fret with your tapping finger, middle or index, whatever works for you. Now the thing is, you'll move this up. You'll have to shift up the whole position up into the next octave, and so that would be the 9th fret of the. What do we think here? Where I am, the 9th fret of the D string, or sorry, 7th, 9th, and 10th frets, 14. Play this stuff that I can't talk about. There's your first 2 octaves. Now your 3rd octave, the way I usually play these is the way like Guthrie Govan plays them a lot. That's where originally I got a lot of this stuff from. That is to, instead of skipping up a whole, like another position and a half to get way up on the B string and skip 1 string, just go ahead and skip 2. And so you actually go up to the high E and play the same frets you played on the bottom E. So for this would be 5, 7, 8, 12. Now the thing is, this lick, you know, so you're just going to go straight up, hammer on the first 2 octaves, first octaves, hammer on the 3rd octave, pull off, and go back up. You add a 6th in there. So you get an A minor 6 arpeggio in the end before you do the big scale run down the neck. Now the thing is, of course, you tapping. What I do is you use either these 2 fingers for tapping, or you use these 2 fingers. Now, because I use my middle, I just go ahead and use my ring finger as my second tapping finger. So what you want to do is, the thing is the exact same thing as with your other finger. You want to use tap from the knuckle. And the thing is, you have 2 choices when you pull off with your fingers. You can either, like, if you notice when I do the 1 finger, I flick out. But the thing is, just due to the nature of the ring finger and the weakness it has because it's attached to the pinky, I actually pull up in when I do those. And it's not really the best technique because I'm doing 2 different motions to accomplish the same goal. but it's just what works for me. Add the level add, so the thing is, like I said, start with your 3 octaves. Tap, pull off down. Tap back up. 6, pull off. And we'll pull off back to the A. Now we're going to do a natural minor scale run, and this is really simply just a symmetrical shape in your left hand, and just 1 note tapping in your right hand. Pretty easy. So you start after you do your octave. We'll tap the 12th fret of the B string. Pull off. I don't know what I was playing. The 12th fret of the B string. Pull off to the 10th fret of the B string. Pull off the 8th fret, and pull off to the 7th or 5th fret. Excuse me. Or 8, 6, 5. I'm sorry. To 12 to 8, 6 to 5. Yes, I can play this stuff. I can't talk about it. And the thing is, this shape, with these 3 fingers right here, is just a symmetrical shape all the way down the neck. So after you pull off that, 12, 8, 6, 5, you'll tap the 10th fret of the G string, the F, with your tapping finger. Pull off to the 7th, 5th, and 4th frets. So you got 12, 8, 6, 5, 10, 7, 5, 4. And you're going to tap the 10th fret of the D string, the C, and pull off to 5, 3, and 2. 10, 5, 3, 2. Tap the 8th fret of the A string, the F again. Pull off to, once again, 5, 3, 2. And then you can go to a little harmonic motion here, and we'll tap the 7th fret, or it's up to you. Sometimes I have to do a little different. You can tap the 10th fret of the, or certainly the 8th fret, 7th or 8th fret of the bottom B string, depending if you'd rather do a straight, you either have a repeat note, or you end up with a an E flat 9 augmented 7th chord or something like that. Yeah, E flat 9 augmented, I think is what it is. I usually hit the B, sometimes hit the C. But anyway, like I said, you got 7th fret on the bottom E string, pull off to the 4th fret, or 7th, pull off to the 1st fret of the E, pull off to the open E string itself. Alright, and then it leads into a little different of them. So I'm going to go through that whole thing one more time. After you get to your A minor arpeggio in your top part. 12, 8, 6, 5, 10, 5, or 10, 7, 5, 4, 10, 5, 3, 2, 8, 5, 3, 2, 7, 4, 1, open. We'll hammer back on the 1. Slide up to 4. Hammer on 5, 7, 8. Pull off back down. Slide your index up to 5. Hammer on 7. Hammer on 8. Hammer on 10. Slide back down. Slide down to 4. Tap 7. 2-finger tapping here. We'll tap the 10th fret at the height and the low string, the 12th fret, pull all the way back off, and end on the 5th fret of the low, or back where you started, the 5th fret of the low string. So that ends with, you have the harmonic minor scale run there, and you get to end it with a nice E dominant 7 chord. So a little fun like there. Let me play it for you one more time. And one more time. There you go. If you have any questions, I guess you can send me a message on my Facebook or something like that. Other than that, work hard. The thing is, the way to practice this kind of stuff really is I like to do the Cooley way, and that is just to take a kitchen timer, or I use my iPhone, you turn on your clock, and for like 5 minutes a day you do this stuff. And the thing is, it's all about repetition. Because the thing is, when you're doing the fast stuff, your brain, you cannot consciously think about what you're doing. You can't think about the details. It's like, it's really, you can look at the big picture. You can think, okay, I'm going to do my A minor 9 arpeggio run or whatever it is now. But you can't think, I'm going to hit 5, 7, 8, 12, and 7, 9, 10, 14. Your brain you cannot consciously think that fast. You have to leave it all up to your muscles and your subconscious. And so that's why you just have to spend like 5 minutes a day and just drill this stuff in there. But hard work and determination, you can do it. And I will see you next week. Hope you enjoy. Shred on. I think I hit the wrong button there. Shred